Amid all the big films and TV series incoming at the newly dubbed DC Studios, headed up by Peter Safran and James Gunn, you might be surprised to learn that one show has carried over through the change in management, and no, we're not talking about Peacemaker. There's another series that's been quietly leaving its own mark on the DC universe over the past 4 seasons, soon to be 5, and like its leading lady, it seemingly has a knack for being able to survive through anything. Most may have forgotten that Harley Quinn was initially part of the now-defunct DC Universe streaming platform when it first premiered in 2019, ultimately releasing 2 seasons there before making the leap to Max for everything that followed. Now, with DC having released several shows as part of its major studio restructuring, including The Penguin and Creature Commandos, the upcoming release of Harley Quinn's 5th season speaks to the little animated show that could staying power, as well as the potential it still holds in what is already teeing up to be a darker, adult-leaning future for Gunn's DCU. Harley Quinn carved out a unique niche on television from the start, and Season 5 is no different. But among its trademark hilarious irreverence and willingness to go all in on skewering DC and its superheroes lies plenty of unexpectedly heartwarming moments. What is Harley Quinn Season 5 about? Season 5 of Harley Quinn kicks off in the immediate aftermath of Season 4, in which Harley, Kylie Cuoco, and Ivy, Lake Bell, finally decide to team up with Catwoman, Sanaa Lathan, and Barbara Gordon, Brianna Cuoco, to form this universe's version of the Gotham City Sirens. Only, it doesn't go the way any of them were expecting, leading to a swift dissolution of their partnership after an attempt to rob Enchantress Tomb goes sideways. Meanwhile, Gotham is essentially in shambles after a similar split for the Bat family, with something as normally ordinary as a donut run looking like the apocalypse. But Harley and Ivy have also started to question whether their relationship has fallen into a rut. No, our favorite couple isn't even remotely in danger of splitting up, but maybe following a routine that's only occasionally broken up by eating fast food in bed isn't as exciting as Harley makes it out to be. With the knowledge that they need a change hanging over them, Harley suggests she and Ivy make a big move to Metropolis, which currently stands tall, shining and gleaming and perfect in every way that Gotham isn't. At first, Harley and Ivy throw themselves into their new circumstances with nothing short of enthusiasm. Ivy's hired for a new green initiative in Metropolis by none other than Lena Luthor, Aisha Tyler, who wants to step out from under her brother Lex's, Wendell Pierce, shadow in more ways than one. She's even dating that billionaire Bruce Wayne, Diedrich Bader, who has absolutely no ties to Batman whatsoever. But Ivy's new gig puts her in the direct path of a ghost from her past, Dr. Jason Woodrue, John Slattery, a name that comics fans will recognize as one immediately associated with few good memories for the woman formerly known as Pamela Isley. Meanwhile, Harley finds herself saddled with unexpected babysitting duties when King Shark, Ron Funches, drops his growing brood of children off at the new Metropolis condo, and the results are nothing short of predictable pandemonium. But nothing compares to the moment when Harley inadvertently talks Superman, James Wolk, into taking a long-deserved sabbatical, leaving the city undefended and a prime target for Brainiac, Stephen Fry, who has his own designs for improving on Metropolis's perfection. A state that's directly challenged by the existence of one Harley Quinn and everything she represents. A move to Metropolis is exactly what Harley Quinn needed. With 4 seasons in Gotham, not to mention a spin-off the show, like its main couple could have encountered the risk of backsliding into predictability, but a major change in setting this season does give Harley Quinn a welcome shot in the arm. Other characters migrate to Metropolis for side plots that vary in hilarity. Clayface, incensed about a negative review for his one-man reenactment of Pearl Harbor, proceeds to take over the Daily Planet by impersonating Editor-in-Chief Perry White, much to Lois Lane's chagrin, especially after Perry hires Bane as the paper's new lead correspondent. The story decision to pair up Clayface and Bane results in some particularly good gags beyond all too timely commentary on legitimacy of the press and blatantly biased reporting. By the time the season gets to the two penning a musical together, the results are as objectively bad as you'd think, but the story also occasionally veers into some seriously emotional places that don't pack any less of a punch, given how suddenly they occur. New dimension is given to Ivy's dynamic with her foul-mouthed plant, Frank, along with a history going all the way back to her college days. Both Harley and Ivy find themselves in the position of having to play parent at various points, a testament to how much these two have grown over the course of the series. Yet now, any lover's quarrel between them doesn't fuel drama that stretches out for episodes at a time. reasserting their rock-solid foundation as a couple. There's even a small yet incredibly impactful moment between Superman and Lois that could very well rival anything Gunn has in store for the Man of Steel on the big screen: Harley Quinn. Season 5 is packed to the brim with the show's inevitable level of chaos, some of which makes its overall focus somewhat scattered. With the main ensemble once again split up, an issue that also befell Season 4, it does make those instances of reunion feel all the more impactful, while also serving as a reminder of how few and far between they occur. Side plots and characters are introduced for barely the length of an episode, including one particularly memorable installment that feels like Harley Quinn's take on a murder mystery party, before being abandoned in favor of the bigger storyline. But there are also bigger swings taken, losses that hit harder, and character dynamics that are forced into painful but more evolved places across the season's 10 episodes, all of which were provided for review. In many ways, the show has matured right alongside its anti-heroine, and you can't help but notice that when looking back on all that's come before. While Season 5 does wrap up to such a degree that it could be a natural series ending, it's also hard not to want more. Given its endurance thus far, there's no reason a show like Harley Quinn can't live on forever. But even the 5 seasons we've already gotten, plus a hilarious Valentine's special, feel like more than we ever deserved. Harley Quinn. Season 5 premieres January 16th on Max.